Yes. Okay, well, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. All right, let's go straight to our final conversation. For the optimist, the days of petrol scarcity may soon be behind us as a country over new development in the sector. But for the cynic, it may just be another wild goose chase with nothing to show for it. Let's tell you that the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, Ipman, has reached a new agreement with the Dangote Refinery to receive direct supply of petrol from the company. Speaking at a press briefing in Abuja, the national president of Ipman, Abubakar Garima, noted that the development will not only boost supply but reduce the cost of purchasing petrol. He urged members of the association to support the refinery in making this a reality. Now let's hear from the Ipman chairman.
From our stakeholders,
Dangote Refineries has obliged Ipman to lift PMS, AGO, and DPK directly for onward supply to Ipman depots and retail outlets. All Ipman members should fully support the Dangote Refinery as it is the ideal thing to do considering the monumental benefits of backward integration and the medium to long-term impact.
When you are talking about CNG, you are talking about a high-tech infrastructure, its operations in the other states, so that the consumers, Nigerians, will benefit from this particular project.
Okay, Cindy, let's start with this. Yes, we got that screaming headline that Ipman and Dangote have agreed, on direct supply. But the big elephant in the room, nothing was said about the issue of price. Why?
Well, according to that man, is the chairman of the president of the Ipman, he was saying that they are yet to arrive at a price, but that the price they are going to arrive at is going to be pleasing to Nigerians. Well, one would expect that because Nigerians are their principal. Look, if it had been so easy for Dangote to just roll out, if it had come out with a kind of price, there may not be any need for this dialogue all over the place. So it is a good thing that the regulation is bringing out people from their comfort zone to negotiate with, because Nigerians deserve to have the best. We don't need a monopoly anywhere. We need to run it as a business venture. And when it is a business venture, a buyer, like M.K. Abela used to say, a buyer has no right to compel a seller to sell, and the seller has no right to compel a buyer to buy at any price. But that can only happen in a free atmosphere where people are free to negotiate, where you don't have only one off-taker. So where many other people... Now, others have said that they can source fuel from other areas that is not as expensive for 998 naira. I like that thing that let everybody go out and source. If you can sell for 800 naira, come and sell. But nobody should use his own power to force others to sell at the price they are dictating. I think that is what is happening in Nigeria today. We will not have had the benefit of all these things if probably the government is not neutral. Government is trying to say that we have play your role. But Nigerians deserve to have the best. That blackmail should not work. Thank God that they have said that NNPC is not an NNPCL. It's a company, it's a business. They're also into business.
And it's also a player,
in the market. So if they can get fuel for us at any price, nobody to stop there. But I want to believe that the IPMAN and, like we said, Dangote has not come out. Dangote is a businessman. These people are representing their own personal business interests. Okay. So the two of them may not necessarily end that fuel scarcity. We have to have refineries working.
But the elephant in the room is the price.
Remember,
if this marketer has said, they are going to import, they are going below the market, that what they are going to sell.
And Dangote was saying that his own fuel is going to be superior, that what they are going to import that is below his own price is inferior fuel. He was saying this.
Yes, he said
inferior.
That.
We cannot say that because it is competition. It's about competition. So let them compete.
With the agreements now in place,
but we don't know the content of the agreement. Have you ever seen it?
We need to see. Some people say that
because the price determines.
We need to see the agreement. But coming to you, talking about the agreement here, does this mean that NNPC is no more the middleman?
That's where I'm coming to. Because I think the real essence of this agreement between Ipman and Dangote is the fact that there is now going to be a direct sale to Ipman, which wasn't the case before. The complaint of Ipman is that because that distribution will get to them through intermediaries, it will increase the cost at which they will collect it, and it will make the price to be higher for them. And when the price becomes higher, they will be less competitive. With what is going
the price
now,
is it without
these intermediaries now, which I suppose is the NNPC.
Yes,
because NNPC was supposed to be the sole off-taker of Dangote.
They are now playing.
But now
it is now
a free market. I want to believe that so many costs will have been removed from this agreement. Now Dangote is going to be supplying directly
to the marketers,
Ipman members. So it's not going to be about you first of all stock somewhere, then where they stock it, they will now redistribute to them. But Dangote will distribute. So we are looking at storage cost is going to be removed. Then also the extra transportation cost is also going to be removed.
So this will
when you remove all of these things, it will impact on the price because when you hear about 1,000 naira per liter, it is not the fuel that is sold at 1,000 naira. There are so many things factored into that price. So by the time they remove some of these things, I believe that the price is going to come down. Now, but for me, I think what Nigerians are more interested in is the question you're asking. What is the price? Because we are just interested in getting our fuel at a far, far cheaper rate than what we are getting now. Besides, Nigerians are also interested in what is going to be the impact of this agreement on forex, for example. You've told us that when we imports take maybe about 70% of our forex and the pressure on the forex and all of that. Now that we are going to be doing naira for crude, what is going to be the impact on the exchange rate? Is dollar to naira exchange rate going to come to 700 naira as against the 1,700 that we are getting now and all of that? No, so those are the questions. Those are the things that we really want to know. Because for them, like you said, they are into business. But Nigerians are about what is going to benefit them. So when they speak all this grammar about agreement here, agreement there, what we want to know is how does it relate to the price of fish in the market?
But talking about agreement, we've not heard from Dangote.
Well, do you know my fear about all these things?
Yes.
My fear is that because of the experiences of the past, about 6 months ago, BOA came out to say that they are going to sell cement for 3,300 naira. And Dangote kicked, and some others kicked. It's not possible, it's not impossible. BOA is a businessman. And they are all playing in a level playing field. After some time, government intervened, they went to the National Assembly. At the end of the day, as at yesterday, I'm telling you, it was discussed yesterday.
8,800.
The price of cement is 8,800 naira per bag. Look at it. Since last year, we have been on it. So the question is, I don't even trust the Ipman and Dangote use.
So you don't trust the two players?
I don't trust them, the player, because they are businessmen. Nobody has come out to tell us what is the reasonable price refinery in Nigeria should offer a liter of fuel. Nobody has come out to tell us what is the reasonable price. Because I'm telling you that they are not paying money to customs. They are not paying money to excise. They are not paying money. They are not importing dollar. NNPC is selling to them in naira. She understand. NNPC is selling to them in naira. So we will come out and tell us what is the price that is going to make life comfortable to Nigeria. The two parties that you are talking of, they are business people. I don't trust them. Because now cement is now 8,800 naira. BOA too is selling for 8,800 naira. Does it mean that Nigerians have been taken for a ride? And yet they go out out of Nigeria and be selling this thing. 70% of the content of cement in Nigeria is taken from our soil.
So you're talking about limestone.
Limestone, every other. And yes, we are still.
Another thing is, even with this, will there still be importation?
Yes, it's possible there could be importation, even though Dangote says it has the capacity with its 650 million production capacity. Well, I think it depends on the cost.
Okay.
If they think that what they are getting...
We have not arrived at the cost. Nobody has...
No, eventually,
okay.
they
are still negotiating.
They are negotiating now. It depends on how much they get it from Dangote. If what they still get from Dangote is more expensive than what they can get from if they import directly, then they can still import. But also, if Dangote has enough,
okay,
because Dangote keeps saying it has enough.
Yeah, it came out to say
it's not about what you say, it's about what is available. And remember also that what you produce and what you are able to distribute, they are two different things. So, what will he be able to distribute at the end of the day, and how fast, how swift? Because so many other variables have to be taken into consideration. Okay. So, if we look at all of that, if it doesn't pay them, they may decide to still import. And also, if Nigeria decides to also probably, I don't believe in maintenance of our current refineries because they've done turnaround maintenance, they've used it.
Yeah, we have been having that times.
And we have been, it has not worked.
Are you losing hope that our refinery will not come up?
I don't even want it to come up.
You don't want it
I don't want it to come. I don't want anybody to invest any dime. I don't want government to invest a dime.
They already invested.
If they want anything, let them privatize. Let the private sector manage it. If they manage it, then I have hope. But if it is what the federal government will do, I don't. And don't blame me.
Okay.
They've been doing it for years. Since probably I was 20 years old. And it's been like this. So why should I have faith now? So let the private sector take over. Let it be the business of the private sector to manage the business of oil in Nigeria.
The marketers once said that, the Dangote plans to monopolize the sector. But with this agreement with Ipman now in place, do you think the fears has now been allayed?
It has not been allayed until we answer that question. Who determines or what determines the real cost, the landing cost of fuel that is taken from Nigeria soil? Until we settle that issue, somebody has to settle somewhere. A third party somewhere has to settle that issue. That is why I feel restrained about the fact that NNPC hand or any other regulatory body is removed from this thing. Because except of course you have that regulatory body, Ipman and Dangote and any other refinery, they can still take Nigerians for granted. Like the people selling cement have taken us for granted. No, yes, government appears helpless. So as to what he said, I think government should just, when they complete all those refineries, let them give it to people to run. Like people build hotel now and give it to hotel managers to run for Nigeria and take money from them. Government should wash up their hands, be in business, because government has no business be in business, especially in Nigeria. Aramco in Saudi Arabia, they are making money for their country. So why should civil servants or those people who are running business in Nigeria making their own money to their own pocket? Nigeria government should have no business be in business. Let them be regulating business for the interest of Nigerians. And lastly, like I said, there has to be a body that will tell us how much is the landing cost of crude oil that is turned into fuel in Nigeria before we can believe Ipman and Dangote.
The cost of refining.
What is the actual cost of refining
per liter
in Nigeria?
I understand. But anyway, thank you so much, Tunde Abaton. Appreciate your analysis as always. Olabisi Tejufulitile, appreciate you. Thank you so much, gentlemen. And that's it on Journalist Hangout today. Join us tomorrow for another episode of the program. You can watch the repeat broadcast of this episode tonight at 11 and join us on Sunday from 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. for Journalist Hangout on Sunday. We are on YouTube at youtube.com/TVC News Nigeria. I am Benga Oreshegun. Bye for now and God bless Nigeria.